What is up, guys? I'm Jordan here, welcoming you back. This is it, guys. We are actually past the first round of playoffs, which is a first for this league's history, which is quite amazing for us. Last season, as you guys know, we did not make it past round one in the playoffs, but thankfully we beat Granville last week, and this week we are actually facing probably the toughest opponent in the whole league, that being Simple. And let me tell you why I say that. His team is probably the scariest team to draft prep for the whole league. His team consists of Kieran Black, Crawdon, Donphan, Whimsicott, Torkoal, Smeargle, Mega Pinsir, Victini, Heliolisk, Xatu, Victor Bell. So he has a Sun Setter, Sun Sweeper. He also has Smeargle, so it can Smash Pass, it can Spore, it can do a lot of different things. Whimsicott can be a Prankster and either Tailwind or Sunspore, who knows with that. Crawdon's just scary on its own. Thankfully it's slow, which we can hopefully capitalize on. Donphan it's pretty hard, but the real big threats: Kieran Black, Victini, Mega Pinsir. Yeah, I know. I don't know how it got on one team, but it did. Thankfully, though, looking at his team as a whole, there is some weaknesses that we can exploit, and that is all three of his offensive core is weak to rocks. So is Torkoal. Crawdon doesn't really like it. Hurts the Heliolisk and Xatu pretty nicely. And if Smeargle isn't lead, then it breaks that sash. So rocks are going to be kind of important in this game, or rock stab, or rock coverage, but mostly we want rocks up. Because if we can manage to force him to switch a lot, those rocks will be helpful. But we can't just start off with that. First up, we are starting off with our MVP of the season, being Tornadus Therian from Season 1. Still back on the team. Love to have it. I know with the draft coming up soon, I'm hoping to snag Tornadus. May or may not happen, I don't know. I'll be really glad if I grab it for the third season in a row, because it's such a great one to play around with. So, this time I am bringing a lead set. This is a taunt Tornadus Therian for the Smeargle if it is the lead. Superpower hits a Smeargle, so it is forced to either switch out of some kind, or it brings it down to its sash. Also hits the Kieran Black for super effective. Next up, I have U-turn for initiative, break the sturdy on Donphan, break the sash on Smeargle after I have taunted it. If he hard switches into Kieran, or after Mon dies, as long as it's not scarfed, I outspeed and I click U-turn and I am fine. Knockoff is there, expecting the switches. I just click knockoff on a lot of things and then U-turn right out. Get a lot of nice chip damage and break off those cores and those sets because they don't have items anymore. That's the plan with Tornadus. It's going to be lead, mid-game support, kept around till late game to clean up. Hits the Victini for super effective with a knockoff. Hits the Kieran Black with superpower, and that's about it. I get U-turn initiative on the Pinsir when it comes in, if it comes in. So there's that. Speed is there enough, I think, to outspeed Whimsicott. To be fair, I don't really see it coming because of Tornadus, but in case it does come, it is there to outspeed that. Rest and attack, and I put the rest in defense because I actually live V-Crates a lot better, actually. This set was originally max HP, max speed, but I switched up to a max attack at the last minute. It does a lot more damage, a little bit more helpful, because either way, I'm taking a lot from V-Crate no matter what, even with max HP. But that defense does help me a counter or take a hit from a pincer or Victini if the Victini is physical. So there is that. Next we have Pumba, our basically win condition. Pumba is our choice scarf mammal swine, and again, there really isn't much else to say. Earthquake for nice stab, hits everything but the Xatu, and Whimsicott for neutral damage is nice. Superpower is there for the Kyurem Black, and then I have Icicle Crash for stab, also hits the Pinsir for super effective, hits the Donphan for super effective, hits the Whimsicott, Victor Bell, Xatu, all for super effective. Also get flinches. And then I have Rock Slide to hit all three for super effective damage. If it's late game, and there's a Pinsir, Victini, and a Kyurem Black, I'm just gonna click Rock Slide. Enough speed to outspeed. I think it was a max speed Whimsicott as well. Max attack and the rest go in HP. Pretty standard. I put enough so I have odd in case there is rocks, and I put some in special defense because why not? Pretty standard. I'm gonna use Mammoth Swan to hit hard, clean games, break those offensive attackers like the Kyurem and the Victini as early as possible, so my team isn't as hurt by them as it is, because those are very threatening mons. Next up we have Kyogre. Third time we bring Pelipper. Third time we're not bringing Rain, or using Rain to its fullest abilities. I was thinking defensive, but Ace brought to the attention that Scarf Pelipper kinda does wreck his team. U-turn for initiative, Scald for nice stab damage, plus in the Drizzle it OHKOs Victini any day of the week, which is nice. With the special attack investment, it's a guaranteed no matter what. I have Hurricane for stab, also hits that Pinsir for super effective damage. I'm pretty sure Scald might OHKO, and if not, there's a burn chance as well, but I have Hurricane as well. I mean, it's a nice stab option. Hits that Kyurem Black for a good chunk of its health. I think it's like 30 to 40% if I'm lucky. And then I have Ice Beam for the Whimsicott. Mostly Whimsicott and Donphan and something else. I mean, to be fair, those also get hit by Scald or Hurricane, so it's not really necessary. I just kind of had to throw something on there anyways. Again, enough speed to outspeed the Whimsicott and max special attack, and I just dumped the rest in HP because I might as well. Why not? To pair well with the Scarfers, I needed to go with a bulky mon, and I went with a Mega Steelix, a Solid Rock, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Heavy Slam. Enough attack to OHKO a bulky Kyurem Black with Heavy Slam. Yeah, I know. Well, sorry, OHKO after rocks a bulky Kyurem Black, so there's that. The rest went into defense. So again, take those. Sorry, Pinsir hits is a lot better. Again, Stone Edge is, because that is really nice coverage. Earthquake also hits the Victini. I mean, to be fair, Heavy Slam probably killed Pinsir anyways, but you know, it is what it is. So there's, sorry, I just had really spicy food in my throat and is still not dealing with it too nicely. So Steelix is here just to take a hit, although depending on what kind of team he brings, I might either use him as offensive and switch in to take hits, or sack something, bring in Steelix, live the hit, KO the offensive threat, either being Victini, Kyurem, or Kyurem or Victini, because those two are actually kind of threatening and can OHKO Steelix, and then set up rocks or just sack this thing off for the next mon. Next up, we have Richard, finally coming. Moxie Dragon Dance set with Outrage. It hits everything, just destroys everything but Whimsicott because it's the fairy type. Stone Edge again for the Kyurem Black, the Victini, and the Pinsir. I should probably run Earthquake to be fair, because Earthquake hits the Victini, Outrage already hits the Kyurem, and I have Aerial Ace for the Pinsir. Air release is already like it's like it's like 70 to 80%, and then there's that. I'm going with a Rockinium Z, so I don't miss that Stone Edge on the first try. So I click it, bye bye Kyurem, or bye bye something. Get the Moxie boost. Hopefully I have a Dragon Dance, and then I just can hit other things up. Because if it's a Scarf Victini, I'm going to speed tie with it. That's not going to be fun. If it is a Kyurem Black that's Scarfed, I outspeed it and I OHKO with Outrage, so that's nice, depending on the investment. This is my late game sweeper, and if need be, can take out one of the 3 offensive cores. I'm predicting all 3, to be honest. I know in prep, there's only been max 2 Victini and Pinsir most of the time, but I feel all 3 are coming. So I kind of want to prep for all 3. And I like how my coverage kind of hits all 3 of them. I know the Rock, as like I said, hits all 3 super effectively, but I do have other ways to hit them, and I'm not forced to run that Rock Slide Stone Edge and get that miss. Last but not least, we have Turtwig, the Blastoise. I decided to go with a new nickname because I was like, I was feeling it. Currently, Turtwig's coming back season 3. Kind of hype with it. If we win this, we're in the finals, so that's pretty amazing. So I went with Turtwig. Rain Dish leftovers. I was like, it's the first time I'm actually bringing Pelipper and Blastoise on the same team. Let me get that Rain Dish because I'm never really going to use. I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Torrent. Never gonna use it. Again, it's called for stab damage, chance for burn. That'd be nice. Rapid Spin for those rocks that Donphan or Smirgle gives, gets rid of those webs as well. Dragon Tail for the Kyurem Black mostly, or for the Mega Pinsir that is setting up, or the Crawdaunt that sets up. That's why I have that there. And then I have Mirror Coat for that Heliolisk, because that T-Bolt don't kill me unless it's a Z move, and if it's a Z move, that means that I can live. The Victini hits a lot better. I can live the Kyurem hits a lot better because a Dragonium Z from the Kyurem Black, Dragon Claw and Outrage is scary. That is scary. I go with the standard max HP, max defense. I know I live a Thunderbolt from a timid Life Orb anyways, or even modest. I think I live after rocks, like very little health, but I still live, so I mean, I don't really need it. So that's the team that I'm planning on bringing. Hope you guys understand what's going, and I will be right back with the replay, because sadly I couldn't do it live because I was busy-ish. Well, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. And we are back. So, looking at Simple's team that he brought, pretty threatening. We actually do have all 3 of the offensive core. We do have Victini, we have the Kyurem Black, the Pinsir. We do have the Donphan, which I was expecting. The Heliolisk made sense as well. The only one that really didn't was Torkoal, but I mean, I guess it. I don't know what it was doing there. I was expecting the Smeargle anyways over the Torkoal for hazards. Maybe anything else. But, well, there's all that. Looking at his team, though, I don't think Torn is a great lead. I kind of want to keep Torn late game or mid game to get those nice chip damage. I don't really want to lead with it and have it sacrificed to a Fusion Bolt for Kyurem. So I lead off with my Pelipper. At this point, it's my least expendable, and I get nice intel on what his sets are. So he leads off with Torkoal. He actually manages to get the rain up over my rain. He managed to get the sun up over my rain, sorry. I just go for the U-turn turn 1. I want to see what he does. Expecting the hazards, I go into Blaster Switch. I am correct. And expecting the switch, I just click that good old rapid spin, and I do get rid of those hazards turn 1, which is quite nice for me. Oops, I totally did not mean to let that go. Expecting Fusion Bolt, I was like, well, I don't really know what he's gonna do. I live in Fusion Bolt. I don't want to take the damage and see what he does. I'm just gonna take Dragon Tail and see what happens. It's nice damage, especially in the Sun Scald is like gonna do like 2% anyways. This man brings Focused Miss, expecting me to hard switch into Steelix, even though, as you guys know, it is a revenge killer. It is a revenge killer set. I'm not gonna hard switch into it yet, not right off the bat. And he, oh my god, he actually clicked his Focus Miss, expecting me to switch out. I was like, I'm just gonna take the damage and see what happens. I mean, yeah, Blastoise is pretty important, but I also have a Pelipper with Rain, so, I mean, Victini isn't that big of a problem. This man Focus Blasts. He does nice damage. I get the Dragon Tail off, which is nice. Until I see this, I was like, oh, well, I live with Thunder, or a Thunderbolt, or I live with Volt Switch, I'm gonna click Mirror Coat. This man is expecting that. He brought U-Turn, which is great prep on his part. And he played me on that. And that was pretty great. Expecting a Fusion Bolt this time, I was like, I was gonna sack this off. He goes for the Focus Blast again! This time he misses, but I was like, I'm sorry, man, I don't know what you're doing. And I forgot to mention, but like, after the first Focus Blast, I calculated how much a regular Steelix was taking with my spread. I was taking like a 98 max. I was like, I'm not living 2. I'm not even living this in an Ice Beam or this like a Tackle. Okay, I might live with Tackle, but the idea is I'm not living. I'm taking the hit and I'm dying next turn no matter what, unless he misses. So that means if I'm bringing Steelix in, it has to be on a sack, where I get the special defense boost turn 1 and I'm at full health. So the plan was, this turn was to sack this thing off to the Fusion Bolt. Again, he predicts me to go into one of my ground types, and he goes with the fighting type move. This time he misses, which is unfortunate for him. He switches out into the Donphan as I go into my Tornadus, taking the Focus Blast. He goes for the Ice Shard, and I just click that nice U-turn damage off. And then I hard switch into my Pelipper, get that Rain back up, and I'm just going to click Scald on this turn. He switches out into the Torkoal because he doesn't want me to get that Scald boost at all. And he takes still a good 30% from my Scald. I Scald again, and this Torkoal goes to the Will-O-Wisp, probably predicting a switch in or something. I don't know. Something. Maybe he just wants to sacking this thing off because he didn't have any way to hit my Pelipper. So I again just click Scald. I was like, I was gonna kill that thing anyways. Might as well just click Scald. I was hoping for the burn if he switches out, which sadly I don't get it. Expecting the Fusion Bolt, I go into Blastoise because Pelipper is slightly more important. That's right now. He goes for Rock Slide. I'm like, what is this man doing? Why doesn't he just click Fusion Bolt and kill my Blastoise? So I just go for the Scald. He saw hard switches in the Helix. I was like, oh god, he's Dry Skin. I am so doomed. Nope, he's Solar Power. So great scaring me for 2 seconds, and great prep on that scaring me again because I was like, oh, this thing is dead anyways. I'm just gonna click Scald. He U-turns, expecting me to switch into my ground types, which actually saves me because my Blastoise comes in, takes good damage to the Donphan, burns the Donphan on the second Scald, which makes his Earthquakes do like nothing with my investment, and my leftovers take bring me back like half of what he's just done. And then I just Scald again. I mean, I'm not doing too much because of the sun. I also find out at the end of the match this thing is AV as well, so that's pretty impressive. So no rocks. I was kind of confused about that, but I guess it kind of makes sense. Not really. Decent switch into Torn, question mark. He hard switches into the Victini. I was like, I'm just gonna Scald. I'm just gonna sack this thing off and Scald. I know I live with Recreate. This thing is special, which makes a lot of sense because Steelix walls physical Victini a lot better than special. I was like, oh, alright, now I can actually sack this thing off. So I finally sacked my Blastoise off, took 18 turns. I go into Mamoswine. He's like, well, yeah, I got my god Victini here. I was like, you mean this god, right? He's like, oh yeah, definitely. Because we both know his Victini isn't scarfed, and I'm not going to hard switch my Mammal Swine into a fire type. I mean, okay, it's neutral, but still into a fire type with a Victini, which is like a base. I think Blue Flare is a base 130 move. It's insane. And then after all that, be fine with it. No, it's obvious that I'm scarfed. I could have just gone into Pelipper and clicked Scald, but I go to Mammal Swine and I just click that good old Earthquake because he has no resistances right now. He decides to sack off his Torkoal, which I think was the correct play. And then he brings out the Pinsir, kind of scared, and we both know that I'm locked into Earthquake at this point. I switch on Pelipper as he gets a free Swords Dance. Scared, I was like, I'm just sack this thing off, maybe get a Hurricane. So I go the Hurricane. I was actually expecting a Quick Attack, but at the same time I was like, well, it doesn't really matter because this Pelipper has played very defensively so far. And I mean, it's a Scald in the Sun. I mean, you can't really tell too much about that, especially depending on the Torkoal spread. So there's that. But I was kind of scared of Quick Attack, but I didn't think he was going to click it because there was no reason for him to expect a Scarf Pelipper when there's a Scarf Mammal Swine as well. If it was a Mammal Swine, I would expect the Quick Attack or the Superpower, but if he knew I was Scarf, I would expect the Quick Attack. But on the Pelipper, I did not. So I just go for a safe Hurricane. I was like, if he Quick Attacks, well, that's great thinking on his part, but I mean, whatever. I go the Hurricane, and he goes into Heliolisk. I was like, alright, I'm going to sack this thing off. I get the damage on the Hurricane, and I'm going to sack this thing off to Thunderbolt. Expecting me to switch into my ground types again, he goes to the Surf, which is great part because, well, he gets the Rain boost as well, but I mean, trying to sack off my water types, guys. Come on, Simple, can't you see that? This play, I think, might have been his downfall because now Pelipper's still around, and he's in the range to get, again, hit by a nice, decent Hurricane, which actually manages to pick up the KO on Heliolisk as well. So Pelipper, again, getting 2 kills. Scarf Pelipper, every single time it's brought, got 2 kills, so this is pretty great. Again, I want to sack this thing off, so I'm just going to go with the Hurricane. He Focus Blasts again, misses. This man just cannot click Fusion Bolt for his life. I do get the confusion on the Hurricane, but it doesn't matter because Kyurem does break through from that and hits his Focus Blast. Even though it's resisted, it's still killing the Pelipper. At this point, I'm just going to switch into my Tornadus and click that good old super powerful Focus Blast. Even though there's no point, I should just click Knockoff. In a second, you'll see why, but I go for the superpower. I do take the Focus Blast damage. I do get the Leftovers Recovery, and I'm -1 attack, -1 defense. We know it's special, but I go for the Knockoff. It goes for the Blue Flare. Why? Because he kind of needs the damage. Wild Thunder may have picked up the kill. I could have just gone into I could have hard switched to my ground types, expecting that Thunder. He goes for the Blue Flare. I could have gone into Salamence actually and got the kill on that, but I was like, it doesn't really matter. One thing to note before we go on is I did knock off a Shuckleberry, so that switch in the beginning may be kind of interesting to talk about later, because he may or may not have lived an Earthquake. Probably not at that range because it is a Mammal Swine, and I didn't need too much and I could have run Adamant. So maybe at full he could have lived, I don't know. But if I didn't go superpower, this the knockoff would have killed and I didn't have to take the damage and maybe win by 3-0. I mean, it's still a win either way if Torn went down, but it's nice to know that Torn got the last kill as the MVP, and I do manage to pick up the win against the scariest team in the league, which is pretty great for me. Kind of unfortunate for Simple. He definitely played over-predicted a lot, which, to be fair, I would have done too, but I mean, I think he also he knows that if Steelix comes in at full, I can live any one hit and then Oko back, unless it's that Victini, which was great prep on his part, just like the U-turn Heliolisk was. So I don't know why he kept on clicking Focus Blast. like I understand the mammal switching, but again, it would have been smarter for me to just sack my Pelipper Blaster and then bring in the mammal swine if I really wanted to bring that in. So I don't really understand the focus blast at all, and it is what it is. He predicted I wanted to keep it safe. I wanted to sack things off and bring the Steelix and mammal swines safely. I mean, I don't think he got the idea that I wanted to sack things, but I mean, at the end they both got sacked. Well, they didn't sack, they just died, but I do manage to pick up the win. It was a great match. I definitely had a lot of fun with it, and I definitely played him on points, and he definitely played me with his prep. His prep was amazing, I have to say that. I think I just played a little bit more conservatively, and I think my balance team definitely helped me out. Bringing the Blastoise definitely was good prep, I feel like, because there was a time when I didn't want to bring Blastoise, so that's great and all that. But, I mean, sometimes you have to predict, sometimes you want to play it safe. I knew this was a scary match to come in, so I wanted to play it safe, and after I found out that Focus Blast Calc, I was like, I gotta keep Steelix safe and healthy, so that's what I wanted to do. I didn't have to use any of my rock stat coverage or my rock, Stealth Rock, which is kind of interesting, but it worked out in the end. I managed to pick up the 4-0 win once again, and do you know, guys, what that means? It means the Twin Leaf Turtwigs are moving to the finals for the second season. No, sorry, of the second season. Made the playoffs both times. We lost the first round. We're getting redeemed, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the Twin Leaf Turtwigs are going to the finals. That is amazing for us, because now we can show who really is amazing. And we can just prove that Steelix is amazing. For all those people who did not think Steelix was a good free agency pick for me, it sure is. And with that, guys, I think I'm going to conclude this episode of my journey to the playoffs. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment below, subscribe if you really enjoy the content, and also share with your friends, because that would be amazing. Smash that like button, show some love to this Tornadus, and to Simple, because it does support him as well, because he is watching this and he is hearing all this as well. So go show him some love as well. Tell him he did good still, because he did do really good in the season, and he still played really well in this match as well. So yeah, thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next week. Bye-bye.